think he's here yet. Hello, Emmett Reiki. Yeah, fun games. Actually, I'm very curious to hear Reynor his thoughts about Golden Aura in particular. Because I thought he was in a lot of trouble in Golden Aura. I wonder if he would agree with me, or if he always felt that it was gonna go somewhere. Nope. We need Reynor. Sola says, is it all the guys? It is all besides Reynor. Once he's here, we can start immediately. I'll show you guys quickly what we will do after the BASILISK Big Brain Bouts. And that is WTL code S, obviously. We might miss the beginning of it, guys. I mean, I kind of hope that we miss the beginning, and I know that sounds horrible, but if we don't miss the beginning, that means that this is a very short best of 5, and that's not what we are looking for. This will be our 4th play day of the season. We are playing against Twisted Fairy. It is Trigger versus Classic. They played yesterday, but I don't know the score, obviously. Reynor is playing against Stats, and last but not least, we've got DMauer, who is working with us together. He's not officially a member of Basilisk. He's still with Big Berlin International Gaming, but for this season, he plays alongside the Basilisk boys, since obviously Jona's not always available. And then we had to choose, do we want to use Roddy, or do we get someone else? And everybody was unanimously in favor of me playing every single play day, but I said no. Let's give these other guys a shot too. Let's team up with ShoWTime. Let's see what ShoWTime can accomplish in the WTL code S. Anything for the scene, guys. Anything. Serral has played Day 3, and there will be more Serral throughout the season. I know when he will be playing, but I'm obviously not going to tell you guys, because if I tell you guys, then the opposition will know too. And maybe, I mean, they will not be able to do a whole lot with that information. But it's still better for us not to make the opposition any wiser than they already are. But you guys will still see Serral play quite a few times in this season of the WTL code S. And I might play too once. We don't have to protect an undefeated record over here, so... There's a chance that you guys will see me play at least once for the memes, for the giggles. But we'll try to find a nice spot for that. And hopefully find a moment where I'm in shape as well. Especially that last part is a bit of an issue these days. But I'll do my best. Alright, so just still waiting for Reynor, guys. I apologize as soon as Reynor is back. Are we keeping you for tougher times? Yes. Mate, get your ass on my Discord call and get your ass in the lobby. We're all waiting for you. Stop memeing in chat. He says, he's fine. Reynor said that he could just join later, but it's okay. He's here. Vamos! Let's do it! Final series, guys. 150 bucks for the winner of this best of 5, 50 for the loser. All of this is brought to you guys by Basilisk. If you guys want, you can also join the Basilisk Discord, ! Basilisk Discord. If you guys have any questions for either our players or people that run Basilisk or me, you can do it there. You can obviously do that in my Discord too, but if you guys say no, Roddy, have your Discord, but I want to join the Basilisk Discord, link is in the chat. Hello, hello.
Hello.
Hello, matey. How we doing?
I'm doing good, man. That was good.
A win.
A win, finally. I'm not used to those anymore.
2024, Reynor dub. Aye, aye.
That's very rare nowadays, aren't they?
If that does not inspire the kids to keep on dreaming, I don't know what will. Alright.
I got the kids.
We'll do an intro quickly,
guys.
And then I definitely want to ask you a few things about the games. Final best of 5, guys. In the bottom right side, the man who helped Reynor put this fight card together, but then forgot that he actually had to show up on time himself, and that's why he's the last match instead of the third. It is Vitality Solar.
And in the top left, we have the man who advanced from GSL. It is Liquid Cure.
Marines and tanks pretty good on Alcyone, eh?
Yeah, not bad. Not bad at all. This is
All
why
right.
I go for them roaches nowadays.
Alrighty, mate. You just played a best of 5 against a good friend of yours. I know he's a good friend, Pinon, as you call him, Time Oliveira. I thought it was a very fun series with a couple of great games and obviously a sick build order in Game 4. We'll talk about that soon. My first question is, let's start off with Dynasty. What do you think went wrong on Dynasty? Because I think Oceanborn is kind of self-explanatory. Well, I guess we can ask, did you expect him to play mech there? And is that why he did the Roach build, or was there another reason?
No, but I was smelling something, and I don't know. I just felt like he would do something weird. Like I was between either he was gonna play very greedy or do like some sort of Hellbat Marauder. That was my two options. So that's why I went for those 8 roaches, and then I saw he had no banshees, so I moved across the map and kind of killed him. He was kind of dead after that.
Yeah, I think that one kind of spoke for itself. Dynasty, I felt like you had a good setups. The mechanics were looking good. Creep spread was excellent. You took all the bases. Overlord spread was nice. Took I think, well, not little, but you lost like 8 drones against Hellions and Speed Banshees. I didn't think it was too bad.
No, it was fine.
Was it just a classic case of you thought it was going to be a good fight, it wasn't, and that was the end of it immediately?
The thing is that I think they have too much stuff on that map. Like I played maybe a little bit greedy with the bases, but I think like the setup was good, and I thought my best shot when I saw his army was to go when he was unsieged, because I saw his army is fucking massive. Oh my bad, freaking massive.
It's okay. It's okay. As long as we don't go too crazy. But I've never had instructions of saying that an F word or shit is not allowed. So don't worry.
Okay.
We're not on CNN over here.
I'll try. And no, I looked at it as army. I was like, man, that's a freaking massive army. If he sieges up my 4th base, it's gonna be hell to deal with this. So I saw he was unsieged and he was a little bit YOLO with the unit movement, but none of my banelings connected. And I just think they have too much stuff on that map because of the gold base so fast.
Cool.
So it's so hard.
Is there anything you think you could have done better with that engagement, or was it just that's about as well as it's gonna go and it just wasn't good enough?
Nah, I think the engagement just goes that was that was it. That's can't go much better if I take a fight like that. I think what I should have done is probably sack the gold base and go towards my other bases, but then he slow sieges me and he has a gold base of his own. It's like it's a bit of a disaster.
Fair enough. Game 3, mate. I thought it was a cool game. Obviously, a bit of a slow start. You had very good defense. You just didn't lose any drones at all whatsoever. But he was completely okay with it. You were greedy. He said, I'm going to be greedy too. He went 4 bases at minute 6. And just basically piss chilled, as you would call it, for a little while. Got an incredibly terrifying army. At one point, I thought you were going to lose that game. How did you experience it?
Me too. I don't know. I always hate it when I see like all the sensor towers going up, tanks everywhere. It's like it's so annoying to deal with. You have no idea.
Oh, I have an idea, mate. I hate circles. I've been ranting about circles for a little while, so I have an idea, but I cannot imagine how frustrating it can be as a Zerg to actually break it.
Yeah. No. At some point I was like, okay, I cannot break it. My best bet here is to fully mine out the gold, and if I can, mine out the corner base as well, and then like play it giga slow. But it was still insanely close, honestly.
The hold with your Broodlords was spectacular. I did not think that was going to be a winnable fight for you. Now, there's one thing that he did, which I think was maybe pushing it a little bit, is that he literally made like 4 medevacs in a 16-minute game, and a lot of those attacks, they came with a single medevac, so there wasn't a lot of healing for the Ghost. Do you think that is what made the difference for you to actually win that fight?
Yeah, also he overextended a little bit. Like he didn't have that many Thors. And I think I got a good Fangle on the Ghost as well on that fight once. I had like 1 Fangle left and I got a good Fangle. So that also helped. But he didn't have that many Thors and the Libs didn't do that much either. And also, yeah, no Medivacs definitely doesn't help. But I think he just overextended a little bit there. Because he got the EMPs on the Infestor, so he just went for it.
And then it came down to that very epic stare down in the top right, straight out of an MMA fight or an old school Western movie. Like he was on the left, you were on the right, and it was just a matter of time before all hell would break loose. I wasn't certain you were gonna win that fight either. You felt good about that one, or?
No, I didn't feel good. As long as I see like Libs and Ghosts, I never feel good about fights. But I was like, okay, if he starts mining this base, I'm cooked. You know, I cannot win this game anymore. So I gotta do everything for for it to not happen. And yeah, I just went for it. I spread the infestors quite well and got some good neuros and also a very good fungal on the ghosts.
Yeah, awesome, mate. I loved it. We can talk a little bit about Game 4 soon, as that was something very special. And I wonder if that build has a name. But let's go ahead and take a look at Hero, who's obviously going for Mech with all the extra factories. And he's here now with Cloak Banshees and a lot of Hellions. Solar has 12 roaches in production. They're not quite here yet. Those lings are going to get cooked as well. Solar in trouble here, or do we buy enough time for the roaches to show up?
I think he's fine. He's fine here. He did lose quite a few lings, and I'm pretty sure he knows it's mech. I haven't paid attention to it, but I'm pretty sure he knows it's mech due to all the roaches he's making and the Hellion count. Knowing Solar, he's probably just gonna send it right now. He's not the kind of guy that just sits there and macros it up, and as you can see, he's morphing Overlord already. So yeah, he's just gonna ship it very shortly.
The Korean equivalent of a German taxi in a different matchup. We've seen this before. I think back of Katowice last year, where everybody was suddenly talking about mech, and mech was terrifying. And we saw a couple of these builds coming out of the Zergs, including you, right, against Gumio back then?
Yeah. That was the way to go, and it probably still is, honestly. I think Cure is playing Giga Greedy. He made like 12 Hellions and then made 4 Cyclones and back to Hellions. So all he has right now is like 4 Cyclones, which is not gonna help that much against this push.
Oh, but Solar, no!
Oh
the Reynor.
not like that.
Why?
Not the Reynor. Why is that the Reynor now?
Well, now the Banshees have crazy potential though, mate. Where are they? They should be here, right? Yeah, they're coming. I mean, if Cure was ever gonna hold it, he's gonna hold it like this. That's so freaking big, man. He just lost the Drop Lord with 4 queens.
Yeah, it's massive. This is the only reason why Solar didn't kill him, because if he didn't lose those queens, he would have 100% killed him. Because as I mentioned, Cure is playing Giga Greedy. Let's see how much damage he can do here. Perhaps Cure is not gonna lose the Banshees to Corrosive Biles, hopefully. You can see Solar is throwing up behind it already, but he has no upgrades, and he's going for an Infestation Pit, but it's still quite late. He's getting a good fight on Cyclones and the Hellions.
Yeah,
it's not that great.
Alright, we actually do have...
He is on 75 drones, though.
He's going Swarmos as a follow-up. How do you like that?
It.
Oh.
Yeah, I like it.
Hey. The 2 queens that showed up a little bit late actually killed one of the Banshees. That is big. That may actually allow Solar to stick around a little bit longer. You said you like the Swarmos?
Yeah, I like the Swarmos, for sure. I think it would take too much to go to Hive now. Like, the moment you finish Hive and you get the Vipers out, Cure is basically just maxed out and on 2-2 already. He has to be a little bit careful because Cyclones are very good against Swarmos. So if Cure starts massing Cyclones, it could be dangerous, but I think it's his best bet, honestly.
It's gonna be so much creep here, by the way, as well. As the Dropper Lord is... actually, this is not the Drop Lord. The regular Overlord just dropping some creep in the center of the map, allowing the queens to drop another creep tumor. This is going to be annoying for Cure. He's going to play one of those campaign missions where he's just basically going to be attacked forever and he's going to have to defend. Against Roaches and Ravages, I think he'd be okay. Against this many Locusts that come in, he might not be okay.
Yeah, I think it's just that, honestly. Imagine what the push could have done if he didn't lose those queens. Like, he's still so far ahead. Yeah, I don't think Cure can keep up with the Swarmos here. Creep everywhere. Good attack by Solar. He's getting 1-1 behind it. And it's just GG.
Almost felt that he really didn't need to fight there with the Cyclones and the Hellions that he was losing. You mentioned it at one point that Solar was taking a good fight there, but there wasn't really a reason for those units to be battling because he already fixed, he already saved all the SCVs that he sent back to the natural. So like the worst thing that could happen there is that you lose a couple depots and whatnot. I don't think there really was a reason to take that fight with those units. Well, those units would have been very handy later on when the tank count got a bit higher and the Locusts would have shown up.
Exactly, yeah. Especially like Hellbats are insane against Locust. But no, well done by Solar. Good attack by him as always. Solar is very good at executing those attacks. Should I host or?
If you want to host, yeah. If you want to take on another job, but I believe that the boys are hosting it.
Very nice.
Yo, Roddy, you go to play paddle in the Basilisk shirt. That's so cool. This shirt is actually just very nice because I don't have a lot of loose enough t-shirts, and this is a bit of a polo, but yeah, I figured it would work well to play paddle in. I got a little sweaty. I don't know. Did you see anything of my paddle stream the other day, mate?
I saw a little bit, yeah, just the beginning.
Yeah,
That was funny.
I
I
won the
loved it.
first set, so that you saw the good part, but then I got smoked. It was annoying. But I actually think it's very cool. I want to build. I want to build. I want to buy 2 of those Rode portable microphones that you can then connect with the cell phone, and then maybe get one of
Yeah.
these stabilizer cameras. You know, that all the IRL streamers use. Like, I will never walk down the city of Seoul or something and record everybody, but I think if you play padel with friends and then like do an IRL stream, it's actually pretty cool. I feel like we can have some fun with that in the future.
Yeah.
All right, round 2, Oceanborn in the bottom right side, taking the 1-0 lead. The man who was a little late, but you know what they say, better late is never, even though never late is better. This is Vitality Solar.
And in the top left, we have the man who just went for mech. I doubt we're gonna see it again. It is Liquid Cure.
Mac is popular right now among the top tier Terran bros.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's really annoying to deal with as Zerg. Especially, you know, the reason why it's so good is because the Broodlord is just kind of ass. Because if the Broodlord was better, especially like the way Gumio plays it and the way he played it against me in GSL, if you remember, the moment I made Broodlord on side Delta, I just lost the game because I couldn't keep up.
Well, side Delta was chaos, right? It was a kitchen
Yeah, it was,
fire.
but at the end, it wasn't that bad. Like I was ahead in resources lost for a long time, and then I made Broodlords and he split his army, and I couldn't fight with half of his army with just my broods, and I couldn't fight the other half of my army with my other army, you know? So it was just hell.
Someone in the chat was wondering how to get your hands on Basilisk merch. Unfortunately, we don't have a shop or an online store yet. That is something that you guys could still advocate for. If you guys type !Basilisk Discord or just tweet at them, keep on letting Basilisk know that you want them to have a store. It's okay. It's never annoying. It's a good thing. Show them that you care. Show them that you would love to get some polos, sweatshirts, hoodies, or player jerseys, whatever. And the more you guys let them know, the more likely it is that, you know, it goes up on the list of to-do things that Basilisk has. So
Absolutely, yeah.
feel free to spam them. I would love to see a store too.
Me too, me too.
I want to see more nerds if we go to a live event, whether it's in America or Europe or Middle East. I want to see random people walk around in Basilisk merch. That would make me very happy.
I gave Hero and Maro a sticker of Basilisk. They had a couple laying around, and they put it on their backpack, both of them. Made me very, very happy.
Sick. So they're a little bit ours now as well.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't take a picture of it because I was sure their team wouldn't like it, but I was like, that was nice.
It's okay. I think in the Starcraft 2 scene, we're all one big happy family.
Yeah.
Especially Team Liquid. I think everyone, whether you've been on Team Liquid or not, loves Team Liquid for all the great things that they have done for StarCraft 2 and still doing. I saw that Elaser recently re-signed for another 2 years. I think that's amazing.
Yeah.
Might be
That's big.
Might be for other RTS games as well, right? Because Elaser is just very good at all of them at the moment. But that made me very happy.
Yeah, yeah. It made me happy as well. I love Miko, and but yeah, most likely it's gonna be for Stormgate or the other RTSs. So Miko is not playing that much StarCraft at the moment, I believe.
But even when he's not playing that much, he's always going to be good. Do you know if he's going to Dallas? He should do it, right?
I think so, yeah. I think so.
All right. Then I'm sure he's doing his best.
You know who's not going?
Tell me.
Tobias.
Oh, ShoWTime is not going to Dallas?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can say it now because it's like giga close, so I'll just say it.
Is
But
there
he's not
a
going.
reason for it, or?
He said he wants to rest a little bit.
That's fair enough. Yeah, I mean, he just went to China too, right?
And also he cannot qualify for the World Championship pretty much.
He can,
like
if he makes top 4.
But he gave up on it a little bit, I'm pretty sure.
Well, that is sad news, but yeah, it's going to be a very stacked tournament, right? Because everybody that still believes that they can do it.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't even blame him, you know, like it's a giga long travel, he's just been to China.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, everybody, and Tobias is no longer 19 or 20 either. He's also, he's either 30 or closing in on his 30s. It is definitely hard to make multiple long journeys in a single month.
Man, I'm starting to hate it as well, honestly. Like it's been last few travels I did were very hard for me.
I believe it, mate. I know. I felt that a little bit, but on the other hand, I just always have this little angel on my shoulder saying, like, I should be freaking happy that this is my job, this is my life, that I can travel
of course.
to go to Starcraft events and meet all these lovely people. So I
No,
definitely won't give
absolutely.
up on it. But yeah, I'm leaving my house tomorrow. And like, I'm less than 24 hours. I'm going at 5 a.m. I even have a transfer in Detroit. I just hope everything goes well. You know? And I hope that I have tiny people next to me. I'm basically hoping that I don't meet myself in the airplane. It's like, please don't give me a Roddy next to me, because that's gonna be annoying.
I had the Hero next to me, and Hero's not that big,
No,
coming back
nice.
from China, so it's very nice.
I
They
love-
also always left me the window or the aisle seat.
Yeah.
Maru was forcing Hero to sit in the middle always.
Anything that stands out for you, mate? First 5.5 minutes into Oceanborn. You're our Zerg expert here, and obviously we don't have you on the mic all the time, even if you are becoming a big boy caster.
Well, nothing too particular. I would say the only interesting thing here is that Solar's fourth base. What is going on here?
That's insane. He could have already had the hatch. Instead, he didn't. He sends over another drone, then the Viking lands and actually blocks it. If I was the drone that was just standing there doing nothing, I'd be so pissed. Like, come on, mate. Like, I could have been saved. It's the other drone that should have gone down, not me.
Yeah. This is not a bad early game from Cure, and just to say that he loses the Banshee, but I don't mind it, honestly. Solar, his fourth base is giga late. He made a lot of links, and his creep thread is not that good. I would not be a fan of this early game, but I'm very picky with my early games. You know, I always want it perfect. Otherwise, I'm not happy.
And it's not a fight that Solar can take there. Not enough service area and a crazy amount of potential for lovely Hellion shots. In the end, it's okay. Solar only loses a few links. We'll take it from there. Second factory already getting dropped as well. So pretty quick second factory, but 5 racks, 3 base. All kind of okay, I guess. Everything that Solar is doing. It's nothing new for these guys. They should be very familiar with these situations.
And yeah, it's pretty standard nowadays. It's heavy tank meta. We don't see as many Widow Mines as we used to. Obviously, since the Widow Mine nerf. And yeah, just double tank, double factory. Cure's medivacs are giga late, man. They shouldn't be this late. But they are. What can you do?
Someone in chat is asking if the Dallas brackets have been announced yet. They are not publicly announced, but the players do know who they are playing. And Reynor, without revealing anything, you're not allowed to reveal. How do we feel about that bracket of yours in Dallas?
It's an absolute joke. My bracket is an absolute joke, but what can you do? I think I had a joke in a joke bracket in what was it? Atlanta, maybe? Where I was also sick, so I haven't been getting too lucky with the brackets, but it's fine. It's fine. I can definitely advance from it. I always say, if you want to win, you gotta beat everyone. So.
And with a joke bracket, you mean that it's rather tough?
It's pretty tough.
Okay, there you guys have it. A little sneak peek, guys. Bracket not announced yet, but Reynor will tell you that his bracket is tough. What does that mean? We'll let you guys figure that one out. Think of players that Reynor would probably not want to play very early in a big offline event.
Yeah, I have like 3 players in mind that I don't want to play early, like 3, 4. And there's 2 of them in my group.
Cure's got a nice little setup here in the bottom side of the map, but he is fully surrounded. Solar is going to work on that Banshee, but look at the minimap. This is going to be a very sweet fight, but I feel this is almost like bait. This is very similar to what Rogue had as well, where of course the Zerg is going to win this fight every day of the week and twice on a Friday afternoon. But it's not all about this fight. It's about the follow-ups as well, because Cure does this kind of stuff when he has so much shit at home. And I think this is what was maybe missed a little bit in that game that Cure was playing against Rogue, where they made it look like this is Cure's attack, but it really isn't. It's the kind of attack where he hopes that the Zerg takes a silly fight or gets overly confident, thinking that they are cruising. But at the end of the day, the only thing he really loses there is the 2 Hellbats and 2 tanks, and the rest he's gonna save.
Yeah, exactly. CVT is a trading game, honestly, and that trade I would say was good for Cure, even though the resources lost are pretty close. And Cure is going for mines. I haven't seen Cure play mines in a while. Honestly, I'm not a big fan of it when Cure plays mines, because I feel like he's more of a tank guy. You know, he's good with the positioning of the tanks. He's good with the just taking fights in general. He's not the fastest player out there. He doesn't have the best micro. It's not Clem, you know. He has different strengths, in my opinion.
Did you fill in the player rating for Dallas?
I did, yeah.
Yeah? What did you give Cure for his micro and speed?
Not very high. I don't remember. But I'm a little bit harsh when it comes to that stuff.
Okay. I think I gave him slightly lower for that and higher for his strategy and some of the other parts, but I still think I gave his micro an 8 and I think speed a 7 or an 8.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, he's still...
I think...
Yeah, okay. Obviously, he might not be Clem, but he's still freaking Cure.
Yeah, I know. I told you I'm harsh with that stuff, you know?
Why? Did you give him a 4 or something?
No, not that bad. I might have given him like a 6 on speed.
That's fair.
Yeah,
that
okay,
is
I'm
fair.
not that bad.
Couple of big explosions in the top right side. Units lost resource tab is telling us that these trades have still been incredibly even, which obviously is something as a Zerg you're going to be rather happy with. It's okay normally for a Zerg to take slightly worse trades, because you're going to mine a little bit more, you're going to take control of the map. These trades have been already for Solar, but it's just kind of... I feel like we are waiting until Cure truly has the kind of army that his sweet dreams are made of. Because he just keeps on kind of fighting with a portion of his army and never goes for the all-out fight. There's a couple of Widow Mines get blown up by Banelings over here in the bottom left side. One mine does fire. Yeah, Cure will once more lose a lot of units, get very little done. At the same time, he's taking a bad fight in the top right side. Solar is just all over the men from Team Liquid, and the depot has not been raised. Widow Mines were not burrowed, does burrow them in the end. Cure does, however, still have these two medevacs in the bottom side of the map.
Yeah, Cure is still has a good bank and a decent setup, but this is exactly what I meant, you know? I don't like when Cure starts splitting armies and going for this kind of attacks. You could see he was lacking a little bit in speed and micro there with the Widow Mines, but obviously not everyone can be Clem. You know what I mean?
I would even say there can only be one, and that's a good thing.
A liquid Clem, yeah, I don't think I can handle 2 liquid Clems.
No, I don't think that my vocal cords could handle it either, or my passion for Starcraft 2. As we have one Widow Mine here that gets a decent shot. Parabomb goes off on the medevacs. Hydra's on the high ground, actually taking an alrighty fight. Wasn't too bad for Cure though, as he saves a lot of his bio. But I want to see something a bit different from Cure, other than Marines and Marauders, man. Like, Marines and Marauders are very good when you're going up against Lings and Banes, but it's no longer just Lings and Banes coming out of Solar. We have a Nidus network. We're gonna get some lurker upgrades. There's a fungal lens as Banelings connect as well. Widow Mine friendly fire, parasitic bomb. It is a Zerg party, and it just kind of feels that Cure is getting bopped a little.
Yeah, he's kind of getting bopped. Yeah, I don't know. As soon as lurkers come in, it's gonna be insanely hard for Cure. I'm not gonna... I think if he gets Ghost out, well, we're gonna see a fight with the mines. They're blowing more stuff from the Terran player than actually the Zerg. But I think Solar has to go back here, maybe. He might be overextending a little bit. Ghosts are coming out. Bailing Soft Creeper are never gonna connect.
I think he's setting up a multi-prong. He probably goes for an attack on the planetary as well. We don't have lurkers yet. I kind of thought maybe we'd have some lurkers. Nope, those are just queens. What do you think of the creep spread by Solar? Looking very good now.
Yeah. Solar is playing very good this game, that's for sure. As I said, he has to be a little bit careful because there's a chance he overextends here. But I like the lurkers, and he's probably gonna go for a Nidus as well. That's gonna add even more chaos for Cure to deal with. Cure picks up, goes back. There's a Sharky Infestor there, so he has to be really careful. We know how strong Sharky Infestors can be sometimes against Terran.
No missile turrets, by the way. Well, a single missile turret in the main. It should actually be pretty doable for Solar to maybe get a Nidus up. As one of the Vipers does get sniped, but at the same time, Fungal connects with a lot of these Terran units. That's Ghost dying, Marauders dying. Where is Cure's army, man? He's got 94 army supply, and I feel like I'm looking at 17.
Yeah, this is really bad. When you play Widow Mines and Ghosts, you never want the lurkers to be sieged up in your face like this. The Overseer has 1 HP, so if he manages to get sniped at, he's gonna be able to clear this up eventually. But he's gonna take a lot of damage at the same time.
Couple of Widow Mines are burrowed here, but yeah, Widow Mines are only really good in keeping those Lings and Banes at bay. Solar doesn't really need to continue attacking into this. Think about it for a split second. Still a lot of lurks in the mix though. Cure goes forward, he's pulling a Benny. And you know what? He's actually kind of getting away with it. That went surprisingly freaking good for Cure. Sure, he took a lot of economic damage. Surprised that he could do that, man. Like, that seemed pretty terrifying.
That was not a Benny at all. Benny would have lost everything there. Blink of an eye.
Most Terran players would have, to be fair, not just my boy Benny.
Yeah. Yeah. Perhaps I should have given Cure one more point in the micro rating.
One lurker is left over, and that's a bit annoying, but Cure is going to be able to clean that one up as well. Cure is still struggling though, just down in army supply. His economy is hurting, and there are so many freaking Zerglings in the mix. +2 melee, Adrenal Glands, a Parabomb in the middle of all these medevacs.
The medevacs.
Yeah, that is gonna do it. Cure can no longer stay in this game. GG gets called. Solar is flying as he takes a 2-0 lead on Oceanborn as well. Historically, I think a pretty decent Terran map, a map that a lot of Terran players really enjoy. I think some Zergs even used to veto it. I know you guys don't have that luxury anymore, but yeah, Solar is looking on point, and seems that Cure, his TVZ struggles are still there.
Yeah, it looks like it. He played very well against Rogue yesterday, but seems like he's lacking a little bit here. Not excited if it's going to be a 3-0, but we also have WTL coming up. And what do you want to say? Oh, I wanted to tell you, Gumio messaged me after the game on Golden Hour against Time. He said, "Wow, good late game, so Gozu," he said.
Nice that he's watching. That's very cool.
Yeah.
He just added me to his friend list, by the way. So at least I made a friend out of Gumi today.
Hell yeah, Gumi's very cool.
Yeah, he's cool. He's been around for a long time as well. Yeah, I would love to watch WTL, but obviously I want to see Cure have his moments too. Cure is a great guy, and I feel kind of bad for him as well, because he was actually here on time, and he was like, "All right, I'm ready." And we're like, "Sorry, mate. Like, Solar is not."
Yeah, that sucked. Yeah, I felt very bad.
I will, if I don't forget, because I do think I'm going to be very sleepy tomorrow morning at the airport, and if the stores are open. But if it's possible for me, I'm going to pick up some stroopwafels. You know, Dutch. I think you've had them when you're in the Netherlands, like the Dutch cookie.
Yeah, I think so.
And I'll hand them to Cure in Dallas for being so nice about waiting and obviously having to deal with Solar showing up late.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, he deserves it. All right, we are waiting for Game 3. Don't leave the stream as soon as the best of 5 is over, because we do have BASILISK playing in the WTL code S2. It's an important match for us. We are currently 1-2. We haven't really done any interviews, Reynor, but what are your thoughts on the start of the season?
Well, I think we definitely had some struggles in the first and second game, but I have faith in the boys. Honestly, I'm not worried at all. Zero worry on my side.
It doesn't matter how you start. It matters how you finish.
Exactly.
And hey, I would also like to flip the script one time, and instead of winning everything in the regular season and not winning in the playoffs. It'd be nice to, we could take an L here, an L there in the regular season, but hopefully we can pop off in the playoffs once. In the end of the day,
yeah, we're just warming up.
That's where I would like to shine once. I've really enjoyed having such a good regular season record, 11-0, 10-1. Sure, it was fun, but I think I'll take winning in the playoffs this time around.
I would take it as well, honestly.
Alright guys, let's go ahead and hop into Game 3. Potentially the last game of this special 60th anniversary edition of the BASILISK Big Brain Bouts. If you guys have any questions about the Big Brain Bouts, feel free to join my Discord or the BASILISK Discord. And you guys can ask it there. Obviously after Dallas, we can always continue with regular Big Brain Bouts. And if it's your dream to play in one, you should let me know, because I'm always looking for new nerds to give them an opportunity to play in one of these. For now, all focus on Game 3, as this man is crushing, he's dominating, he's flying. As one would even say, he might be cooking. Up to 0, looking strong, feisty, on point. Vitality, Solar.
And in bottom left of Alkion, we have the man that is not cooking at all, just yet, but I have faith in him. It is Liquid Cure.
He's overcooked.
Teammate of Liquid Clem. Yeah, he's overcooked. He burnt the kitchen down for a few seconds there, but I'm sure he's bringing out the fire extinguisher, and he's got a plan now.
Very important question, Reynor. Have you ever played Overcooked?
No. What is that?
Ah, you don't know?
No.
You don't need it.
Let me check. Am I getting flamed?
No. It's a very innocent game. It is a very fun, casual party game, but it's kind of, I think, by many people considered to be the ultimate date game. On a second date or a third date, or where you're just moving in together with your lady. They're always like, let's play Overcooked here, because it's a very innocent, fun, friendly vibe game where you can play something together with your significant other.
Yeah, there's no worries about that. So
No,
we're good.
you don't need
No.
overcooked, mate.
I don't need overcooked.
Okay. I play. It's actually pretty fun. It's not a bad game, but also not something that I casually fire up on a Wednesday evening.
I can imagine. You didn't ask me about the build on Amphion.
Yeah, the no Zergling speed, mega quick lair, mega quick spire into a roach warren, Zergling speed just in time. You said Amphion, right? Yeah. I heard
Yeah,
Amphion.
you like it?
Yeah, I mean, I
came
had
up
no
with
idea
it
what I
on the
was
spot.
watching. I don't think that Oliveira really liked it because he was probably sitting there. He's like, something's coming, something's coming, something's coming, and it just never freaking came. Like, it had to be very annoying for him. But yeah, talk us through what was going through your mind in Game 4 on Amphion.
Okay, so that map is insanely short for the Reaper rush distance. So I kind of feel like you have to open 17 pool or you just lose so much to the first Reaper. Oh, careful. Okay, and I based everything on the fact that I would kill the Reaper. Like I knew as soon as I kill the Reaper, it's gonna start tripping a little bit.
Can the Reapers get a
And-
cancel here? They should, right?
They can, yeah, for sure.
Alright,
It's
sorry,
really
go
good
on.
for cure.
Yeah, this is awesome. But go on with your story.
So yeah, I based the whole build on killing the Reaper. I've never tried anything like that. I just thought it was gonna be good if I kill the Reaper because it's gonna start tripping, and then I scouted that he was skipping Helions and that he was going for a 2-base push. So I cancelled my link speed and I just went for roaches. I was hoping I would get enough damage with the Mutas and be able to defend with roaches, and that kind of what happened. So it's nice. It's nice when this kind of builds work out. You know, I've also like been taking a different approach to the game. I talked to you about this as well, but I like mixing it up a little bit more now, being more aggressive, being a little bit more wild, and not basing everything on my mechanics.
One would say it's nice when a plan comes together.
Yeah, exactly.
Those were the most powerful mutas I've seen in a while, mate. Like 5 mutas killing 17 SCVs. I actually thought your unit movement was very beautiful too. Nice rotation between the bases. It's obvious that he just wants to focus on the top side of the map. And because you kept him so busy with the mutas, there was that drop in the main that I thought could have potentially been close. But there were quite a few marines in the back of his army that were not actually in range because he was dealing with the mutas. And obviously every single little bit of DPS that you can get your hands on makes a difference in these very tight and fast scenarios.
Yeah, I was quite scared when I saw, because I saw the drop and he was going towards the right side, and then I think he switched angles and went into my main. So I was very scared when I saw he went into my main, but I just had barely enough roaches and I also mismicroed a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, but I think you only ever mismicroed because you were doing as good of a job as you did, right, with mutas. If you're not doing a great job with the mutas, there's no way that he's mismicroing. So I think that is just a victory well earned by you.
Thank you, I appreciate it. It's nice to win those kind of games.
Yeah, I don't have many opportunities.
Games.
I don't have many opportunities to compliment you, mate, in the year 2024. So when I do see things, I gotta double down on it.
Gotta take what we can nowadays. Yeah, it hasn't been my year so far, but it will come. It will come.
Yeah,
I've seen this happen already.
I've got high hopes for Dallas, mate. No worries.
Yeah, me too. Like it's so annoying because with the amount that I've been practicing and like putting work into the game, it's so annoying to be losing this match. Yeah. You know, like maybe like previous years I was slacking off a little bit. I was like taking long breaks and like playing League and stuff, you know. And now I'm just basically just playing Starcraft for like consistent, and
yeah, I know.
Yeah, so it kind of sucks losing, but it will come.
It will come, mate. It's an investment in the future as well, right? Sometimes all the hard work does not pay off initially, but it will pay off over time, and you're gonna see more and more of those scenarios that you've seen in practice or you've seen in these online tournaments that will come into fruition and will work out for you in a big tournament on a bigger stage. Let's take a look at Cure here, as he is pretty aggressive. Morphs all the Hellions into Hellbent, but the Banelings are already done. I don't think Cure quite expected those Banelings to finish up that quick. Man, this had so much... Oh my goodness. Meine Fresse. What is that? Mate, this had potential and this went literally as bad as it ever could have gone.
Couldn't have been worse for Cure, honestly. That was terrible. I'm gonna be honest. He's dead, man. How do you even recover from that? Oh my god. Look at the resources lost. He lost 2k resources against 1.2. Oh my, that's so painful.
Well, he hit a nice...
You definitely need to get him those cookies tomorrow.
Yeah, well, he technically hit a nice attack there, which really had some potential. If he just micros against those slow banelings, which I think we can absolutely expect from a player that has the level of cure. You throw down a scan, you push back the creep a little bit, you split out the hellbats. I feel like that's the kind of fight where, sure, cure is never going to kill Solar, but it should be difficult for Solar to clean it up. He's going to lose a lot of lings, maybe bleed out a queen or two, maybe even some drones could fall eventually. It should never be over that quick and should be so freaking easy for Solar. It's very painful for cure, as he does find one queen now on the right side of the map. But he's going to need a whole lot more than a single queen to find his way back into this game. Jeez.
Yeah, I'm taking out the +1 on the micro I gave to him last game.
You're going to reevaluate the player card there and you'd like make it a 5?
Yeah. I'll message the admins. I need to change something here real quick.
You know, the first time I saw that post on Reddit, I opened it on my phone and I thought I had to rate players from 1 to 3. So I gave Clem a 3 for micro and speed.
I did that too as well once, because I also thought it was 1 to 3 or something like that.
Yeah. Then I realized what I did later. I was like, oh my god, I DM'd Alex. I was like, Alex, I did the worst job ever. I swear I'm not ruining the project. I just only saw 1 to 3. And he's like, yeah, just fill it in again, no worries. Use the same email. I was like, alright, fine. And then I did a better job.
I think I gave like Clem 10 on almost everything. And Yona, I think I gave him 10 on everything. Even speed, but he doesn't really deserve it. But you know me, I'm a bit of a Yona simp.
I forgot exactly what I did, but I was pretty... I think I was doing a fair job. I gave you a couple solid 7s as well, mate. No worries.
Yeah?
No.
I'm telling you, you gotta take what you can in 2024. Oh, huge run by here from Solar.
Yeah, but he did lose all his queens, by the way, while setting up this run by, so that's great and all, but losing that many queens is a little bit painful. Run by is finding some more. I think I gave you still a 10 for speed, and I think I gave you a high rating for defense, pretty high on offense as well, micro 9. I was generous, mate, no worries. I treat the champ fair.
But it's gonna be insane if Cure wins this game like this, no?
After the start that he had, yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's not there yet. We have another run by. Oh my goodness!
Close the depot, bro.
I mean, sure, there were a lot of holes in the defense anyway, but I don't know if we have to make it this easy. Solar is now gonna get his hands on 13 SCVs. Are we gonna raise this depot ever? Yes, we are apparently, but banelings are in the mix. Yeah, that's just a temporary band-aid. Miss Micro Tank as well. Fight on the top right side. Oh my goodness, we didn't move the bio units back. Medevacs flying into Hydras. Our boy Cure is having a tough morning.
Yeah, he definitely needs those cookies. You gotta get him to him. He had to wait for Solar, didn't even show up, and then it just goes like this. It's not optimal, some would say.
Down 51 SCVs. I think I'm gonna have to do more than just a couple strobe waffles for him, mate. I'll see if I can find him some Dutch chocolate stew or anything to make sure that he'll never have to think back of this. Solar is gonna run off creep, confident enough. 2 upgrades are done for Cure. Finds a slightly better fight. 68 army supply against 71. Is there a world where he wins against this army, the next army, the next army, and he takes out 3 bases and kills Vipers, Reynor?
You want the honest answer? Or
yeah,
you
absolutely.
Want me to do the caster thing?
I'm very, very, very honest.
Absolutely not. He's Giga dead.
Okay.
He's just gonna die here.
Now give me the caster answer.
Oh my god, guys. Maybe Cure is gonna be able to do it here. He's gonna have some bailings on the right side. He's taking out the 4th base here. He has 1 tech perfectly sieged up. Okay, he's actually sniping the...
It's beautiful about becoming a caster that you start believing your own hype, right? You're like, oh my god, he is actually doing really good. Links and base as a couple of these medevacs are forced to pick up the Marines one more time. Cure really did take a good fight there.
That's funny.
Yeah, but I'm afraid that it's a day late and $1 short. Solar obviously cannot just put his Hydras in a corner with their backs up against the wall. No place to run, no place to hide. But it's a hive-tech Zerg. Never got Adreno, by the way. I feel like he had some money for it. A single tank is all that Cure has.
Now.
Parabomb. Hey, splits off.
+1 on the micro.
We've got a game, mate.
We've got a game on our hands, guys.
Well, 55 Marines and 2 tanks against 23 Banelings. If Solar takes another bad fight with Banelings, then there really is a chance.
But we're going on creep, man.
Yeah. I mean, I just start believing in your caster hype, mate.
No. I believed for a second, but now it's on creep. There's a Viper out. If Terran wins this game,
it's
I
not
would be very
likely,
surprised.
but this would not be the craziest thing I've ever seen. It'd be up there, but it's not the craziest thing ever. Here we go. Solar's gonna go down that ramp, lands a single blinding cloud on the tank. The baneling count is still pretty high. We're looking at 20 banelings. Nice micro by Cure at the bottom side of our screen. Unfortunately, he got absolutely obliterated on the top side of our screen, and that is going to do it. GG, clean sweep for Vitality Solar. He walks away with 150 buckies. Cure will still get a 50 buckies for playing, and he'll get a couple of cookies, strobe waffles in this particular case. From me? Second?
Oh no, I didn't say anything.
Oh, I heard something, but yeah. That will do it, guys, for the 60th edition of the BASILISK Big Brain Bouts. We did it a bit earlier to make it a bit more convenient for the Korean players, and obviously for Reynor too. A 3-0, a 3-1, a 3-1, and a 3-0, Reynor. How do you think you did?
Well, I think on paper the matchups should have been a little bit closer, but you know, it is what it is. I think it was still fun games, and it was a good day. I hope you enjoyed it as well.
I absolutely enjoyed it, mate. I also really enjoyed having you with me. That makes it a lot easier for me.
Thank you. It was fun for me as well. You missed me while I was playing?
A little bit, because I gotta say, mate, you're a great yapper.
I love yapping.
Just yapping your way through. You want to stick around for the PvP of WTL Code S? I think the people would like that.
Sure, I'll stick around with you.
Yeah. All right. I'll share the link, guys.
I'll just do one game, though.
Yeah, because you have to get ready. I know. That's totally fair. All right. So Reynor will also stay with us, guys, for the very first game of WTL Code S. I'm going to go ahead and swap myself over in Team Liquid. I will only cast the first Clem War. I will only stick around for the Basilisk games, guys. Because A, obviously, I love watching Basilisk. But B, I need to get ready for my flight tomorrow. I'm traveling to America tomorrow morning at 8 a.m., which means I have to leave my house around 5 a.m. or actually a bit earlier than that. So, yeah, I need to pack. I need to do a couple of things. But we'll obviously watch the Basilisk WTL games. Very tiny break. After that, we'll be back with Trigger versus Classic. A best of 2 into Reynor versus Stats. Into ShoWTime versus Keen, I believe.
Keen, yeah.
All right, cool. See you guys real soon. Game 1 coming up.